Before we begin, check behind you. Not because something is there, but because every person who has ever opened this archive felt the need to. Nobody knows why. The Fear Keeper once claimed fear is not humanity's oldest enemy. Curiosity is. And if you're still reading, it's already too late to turn back. Because tonight we open the most forbidden file ever recovered. Not a fear entity, not a monster, not even a nightmare. The Fear Keeper himself. Every fear entity file begins the same way. A warning, a recovered archive, a voice speaking from somewhere unknown. That voice belongs to the Fear Keeper, a man whose existence should be impossible, because according to surviving records, he should have died decades ago. Yet the transmission continues, year after year, archive after archive, warning humanity about things hiding in the dark, things that should not exist. Long before fear entities became known, there existed a secret organization dedicated to studying fear. Not emotions, not psychology, something far worse. Living manifestations. Creatures born from humanity's darkest experience. Fear of death, fear of isolation, fear of losing yourself, fear of the unknown. Researchers called them fear entities. Most believed they could be contained, studied, controlled. They were wrong. Every encounter ended in tragedy. Entire teams vanished, facilities were abandoned, records were destroyed, and one by one the researchers disappeared until only one remained. Nobody remembers his real name. Every official record has been erased, every photograph corrupted, and every personal file destroyed. Only the title remains, the Fear Keeper. Unlike other researchers, he survived encounters with dozens of entities. He documented them, studied them, and learned their behavior. And according to recovered reports, the entities seemed strangely interested in him, almost as if they recognized him. The event occurred inside a facility only known as Black Archive 9. To this day, it remains the most classified location in Fear Keeper history. At 2:47 a.m., every containment system inside the facility failed. Alarms activated, doors opened, and multiple fear entities escaped simultaneously. Security footage captured researchers running through the halls screaming, praying, trying to escape. Then one camera showed something impossible. The Fear Keeper walking toward the breach. Alone, no weapon, no protection, no fear. The footage shows dozens of shadow-like figures surrounding him, watching him, studying him, waiting. Then every camera in the facility failed at the exact same moment. What they found when recovery teams entered the facility hours later, every person was gone. No bodies, no survivors, no evidence, only silence. And at the center of the archive sat the Fear Keeper, perfectly still, waiting. Witnesses reported something was different about him. His voice sounded distorted, his eyes reflected lightly, incorrectly. Nearby electronics malfunctioned, and shadows moved when he didn't. When questioned about what happened, the Fear Keeper only gave one response. They showed me what exists beyond fear. He never explained further. Shortly after the incident, the organization disappeared. The facilities were abandoned, the records destroyed, but years later, new archives began appearing online. Corrupted videos, distorted recordings, forbidden entity files, all narrated by the same voice, the Fear Keeper. Nobody knows where the broadcasts originate. Every attempt to trace them ends in failure, as if the transmissions come from nowhere or everywhere. Among the recovered files exists one final document marked classified above all levels. Inside contains a single terrifying theory. The Fear Keeper was never protecting humanity from the entities. He was protecting humanity from something worse. Something the entities themselves fear. Something only he has seen. And according to the final sentence of the report, he is changing slowly, becoming something that has never existed before, neither human nor entity, but something in between. So if you're hearing this recording, the archive has already reached you. Screen remained black. No image, no movement. Only the fear keeper's voice, calm, tired, almost afraid. Then he spoke his final recorded words. If the day comes when I stop warning you, do not search for me. Do not follow the archives. And if you ever hear my voice calling for help, run. The transmission ended immediately afterward. 3 days later, a new classified file appeared. No image, no description, no warning, only a title. Entity unknown. The Keeper. The archives remain unopened.